Hello, this is Michelle with the Glimmers of Intuition. On this channel, we discuss self-concept and in regards to science and psychology. Today, I'm going to be actually discussing kind of the breakdown or kind of the definition of self-concept, and then also dig a little deeper to kind of help you unlock maybe some things that you would want to see yourself differently and how you can do so. So if this sounds interesting to you, please stick around. Hello, this is Michelle. Welcome back to the channel. So let's take the deep dive into self-concept and first talk about what it is, and then I'm going to go into the different aspects of it that if you're wanting to maybe get a better result in either love or career or finances, this is the way I would go about it and how you can kind of just grow your self-concept. And I want to preference this with, there is nothing wrong with you. We all are born, to experience kind of everything that's good, in life in regards to love, career, finances. But what happens to a lot of us, not all of us, but most of us, is that we kind of, pick up, beliefs that just really even aren't ours. So we become this kind of, person that, just isn't really who we want to be. And, a lot of times it's so stealth because it's in your subconscious, and that part of the brain just kind of, it can run on autopilot. And, until you come to the realization that you're like, okay, I don't want to live this way. I don't know how to get to where I want to be, but I sure as hell don't want this result anymore. Maybe if you've gone through like a divorce or a bad breakup, or, your finances went to shit, or this is why, like, people that win the lottery, that they're broke in like 2 years, it's because they have a shitty self-concept and money. Same with career. If you're somebody who, is doing the 9 to 5, but you really want to be an entrepreneur, unless you have, kind of like somebody there that's kind of, helping you grow and evolve, and, either, a partner or a coach, or, I'd spoken previously about how I didn't think you really needed a self-concept coach. And I'm rebuttaling that because I do see the value in it now. I see that, and there's nothing wrong with, having more than, one person, in your corner, it's great to have a partner and somebody that you can confide in that's a best friend. But there's also nothing wrong with having like a coach or, other friends that, are kind of in your tribe, that, what I consider like safe people, that, would be able to kind of help you with the blind spots. Because, one thing with this journey is that, even though there's nothing wrong with us, sometimes, if you're around people, not that you don't have to cut all these people out of your life, but some people just don't have the awareness or the capability to grow to their, fullest potential. And they're not bad people. They just, they don't have that awareness. So if you're wanting to kind of cultivate a higher version of yourself, they may, kind of hinder you in the sense of, well, why would you want to do that? We don't do that, that kind of talk. And I've had people along the way that I've had to kind of, just decrease contact or, cut them off totally, just because, I have goals and I have a value and vision for my life that, yes, I've had failures in my past, but I've adopted the courage to be like, no, I want more. So, I'm glad you're here on this channel if you're wanting more and you're wanting to grow your self-concept and to achieve, that higher, sense of self of I don't want to say higher sense of yourself, but you know what I mean? Like just a higher version of yourself, I guess is the way to put it. Because it really, the way you see yourself and the way you perceive others seeing you is really what, if you're having kind of a roadblock or a hindrance, that is what can really make or break, that goal that you're trying to achieve. So kind of let's dig in a little deeper. So, the way you perceive yourself to be true is kind of my number one. Look at, where you're wanting to be, and then look at what, get curious with yourself. Like, and what I do is I take out a piece of paper and I start kind of writing and just saying, okay, I see myself, financially, I want to be at X, but I'm not there yet. I'm at Y, and just kind of, and be honest with yourself. This is, starting this work, you'll find a practice that works for you. Like for me, I kind of do all my stuff in the morning, like for like 10 minutes. And then I have a practice like before I go to bed, 10 minutes in the evening. And then I also have during the day, I try to, do a little bit. It doesn't always happen that way, but it's your practice. So that's what I think is great about this work, is that you can kind of cultivate it to, adhere to your schedule and what you're, because I know like, kids and life and partners and, work, whatever you got going on, not everybody, it's not a one size fits all. So, and then part of my second bullet point would be how you perceive yourself in the topic. It's not only perceiving yourself to be true, but, kind of how you're seeing yourself. Like, how do you see yourself as being somebody, that, like that could be a possibility for you for what you're wanting to achieve? And then how you kind of, and this is kind of more in regards to, love and maybe like career, how people perceive you in that. Do you think, like in love, do you think that you're a catch? Can you kind of, say, hey, I have integrity. I'm I'm valuable in the sense that, I have a strong value and vision. Do you see yourself as somebody who can sustain love? Do you see yourself as somebody who can repair in love? Certain things that when I started doing this journey and things started kind of coming in naturally, I was very curious as to, and I've, for my channel, I've, definitely watched a lot of content, and I've read, a lot of books, and, and this just is such a game changer that, I can't help but talk about it. And I'll talk about it anybody in my life that'll listen, because I'm just kind of a nerd for it. But, the mind is really intriguing in the sense that, your subconscious, you don't realize how powerful you are when you have undesirable circumstances. But then there's also the ability to, because you're so powerful, you can definitely play that into your favor. So it's pretty exciting. But then, my fourth bullet point is, how are you operating? Like, let's say you're wanting to, have more money, let's say, for instance, unpacking those beliefs on money and, if you're wanting to, let's say, be financially, healthy, are you adhering to a budget? Are you, making good financial choices? Are you, spending money on things you maybe shouldn't be spending money on? When you just start to get, you kind of write out these bullet points and you start to get more curious with yourself. And then where kind of the magic happens, I guess, is that you can start to affirm for a different story. Like a lot of people say, I am. I've kind of moved on to I know. And I'll say, I know, whatever I'm, working on. And believe it or not, the biggest takeaway I want to give here is that repetition is king, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and not real. It just knows what it's told. So when it's told and you're able to, penetrate your subconscious to the story that you're wanting to hold about yourself, it will, make sure to kind of put you into, the mindset and situations that will help you to garner what you're wanting that story to be true for you. And looking at it from the different aspects, it allows you to affirm for what you do want rather than for what you don't want and what you've been getting. So I just appreciate you watching, and if this content resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next video, take care.